Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Today, on my 30th birthday, I happily learned that my partner for almost a decade, married for several years, has been cheating on me for over a year. Rant. So that's fun. We're overseas in their home country. We've been waiting for their visa to be processed for entry to my country. It finally was, in the middle of COVID-19, and for various reasons, they had to enter my home country earlier this year, before returning to me a few months later. To help them adjust to my country, they had made a friend online who would drive them around. Turns out they've been cyber-ducking ever since they met, and my partner was kind enough to tell me, today on my birthday, that they ducked in person about 20 times. No worries though, they used condoms. Also, in fairness, they hadn't planned to tell me today, I just happened to stumble upon incriminating texts from last night. They've told me that it was just about sex, and that certain body parts of mine were not enough to turn them on, and that they still love me. They said that the affair ended, but they still want to talk with their affair partner as a friend. They've also suggested that we stay married. They love me after all less than 3, but that they continue to duck their affair partner on the side. I can't satisfy them after all. I've loved this person throughout my 20s, we have so many happy memories together, traveling, visiting our favorite restaurants, even just sitting together on the bus and leaning our heads together. I've also sacrificed so much for them. I'm the one who consistently worked throughout our relationship. They've had a few jobs here and there, most of which they quit because they felt unhappy at those places. I'm the one who cleans our apartment. They weren't raised that way, and love to make a duck mess for me to clean every night when I return home. They're also likely autistic and depressed, and likely have BPD, no social awareness, including within our relationship, and have extreme mood swings where they angrily yell at me over nothing, or throw tantrums, all while blaming me for not fixing their problems. I'm not sure where I'm going with this. I've only ever wanted to be happy with this person, and to make them happy. Learning today that they've been lying and betraying me for over a year broke me. Being with them hurts. The thought of not being with them hurts. I don't think God is real, and if he is, I don't know why anyone would think he loves us, but I've been begging him to let me wake up from what must be a bad dream. I can't speak the language of the country I'm in. I don't know how to find a new apartment, and we have tickets to return to my country within a few months. I don't know what to do, if anything. Why put yourself in limbo? Just leave. A cheater who requests to continue with the marriage and still continue to have sex with the affair partner is not a safe partner. It's not worth it. Just go back, end the marriage. Every day you're married to this person is a daily sacrifice for you. You're sacrificing your own health. You're sacrificing your own sanity. Get your plane ticket moved forward and go back to your country ASAP. She still wants to have sex with and talk to her affair partner, to disrespect you, use you as an emotional tampon, housemaid and likely an ATM. I just can't be with this person. The level of disrespect and disregard for your feelings is disgusting. There's nothing but pain forever if you stay with her. At least if you leave, the pain is temporary, you'll regain your dignity, heal in time, and will find someone deserving of you. Once home, seek legal advice about cancelling her visa and divorce. This mate, do this if you want to be happy in your life. WTF am I reading? What an awful and shitty thing to do. I am so sorry that this is happening to you. To me it sounds like your partner is a sloppy spoiled shithead, and I know it hurts to hear, but leave. You deserve so much better than this. Are there maybe some Facebook groups for expats living in the country where you are who you can join and ask for help? Contact your country's embassy. Reschedule your flight home. Would you be able to return to your home country earlier? Maybe in a few days? You need a support system around you and people that you know, family or friends. In addition, I think that distance from your partner and time to process what they did will do you good. I am very sorry that you are in this position, you deserve so much more. Thanks. I'm afraid leaving earlier isn't an option, even one-way tickets cost several $1,000s due to COVID-19. Is there a way their visa can be revoked because of this situation? I'd call your government and explain you no longer want to sponsor them. Reread what you wrote. They are seriously ducked in the head and show no respect for you or your relationship. You are being used. You are worthy of respect, loyalty and kindness. Do not settle for less. Thank you. The sponsorship already went through and they have their visa. At this point the government wouldn't care whether we divorced. Soon to be ex hooking up in rehab. Advice. My toxic marriage of nearly 7 years has finally reached the point of no return. It's been a mess for several years, police called many times and each of us has been arrested. We separated 1 year ago. I filed for divorce nearly 6 months ago. Her mental health was a serious issue in our marriage, but now she has become a pill addict. I'm talking about taking an entire month's supply of Xanax in 2 days. The drugs plus her mental issues made my life unenjoyable. In April, after she was arrested for walking around my neighborhood under the influence and naked, she checked into a rehab/sober living facility. It was my understanding that she was there to better herself and we would give our family another chance to be clean and sober. We've continued talking nearly every day and hanging out once per week. I haven't logged onto Facebook in about 7 years. Last week I didn't had a message waiting for me. The message was from the wife of the man she's been sleeping with during her entire stay. She told me everything, including the part where my ex-wife admitted everything to her. Apparently she has videos and texts of their time together. I wasn't hurt or upset or even angry, which is out of character for me. I actually felt relief. I feel this has given me the closure I need to move on with my life. I haven't addressed this with my ex, there doesn't seem like a need to. I have just ghosted her. We have 2 young children together, so I will be dealing with her, but moving forward I will only speak to her the bare minimum amount required to co-parent our children. We have 50-50 custody, actually I have 100% while she is in rehab. This relationship was toxic from day one. Some of my best experiences in life came with her by my side, but so did many of my worst. I have lost quite a few friends due to this marriage. My relationship with my parents and sister was strained at times for the same reason. Lastly, I feel like with everything she has done during and since our marriage, I feel no obligation to help her out financially. I will of course continue to provide my children with everything they ever need for life, but I don't feel I owe her a dime. I am now in the process of taking back control of my life. I'm not ready to date or take on a new relationship. I am going to focus solely on myself and my children. My only concern is the type of men she will be bringing around our children. She craves male attention and I fear she will jump at the first man or many men that show interest. Anyone have experience with their ex bringing losers around your children? It sounds like you have both been through a lot and finally have gotten closer. If I was you though, I would try for full custody. It sounds like your wife has a lot of issues, and with everything being documented you might have a good chance at it. I would push very hard for full custody with visitation and strict stipulations about who can be brought around the kids. Wish you the best at getting things turned around. Up pointing finger, up pointing finger, up pointing finger. If you can show evidence of her drug abuse, you can have full custody of your kids. The court system needs to be aware of these issues. If she's really focused on getting healthy, supervised visitation should be the starting point. I have a family member that went through this, went for full custody, had her evaluated, and documented everything. You need to file for full custody. I'm surprised you haven't. Despite her being skanky, she is fresh out of rehab. Your girls should not be subjected to that. This. Due to her history, file for full custody with supervised visits and add in a stipulation of no one of the opposite sex can accompany her. Depending on her past, you may want to get a DNA test for the kids because the subject may eventually come up. To be honest, if you do get full custody, she may disappear for several years until she gets straight. Don't depend on any type rehab program because they are ineffective until the individual decides to come clean. Make you and your children the main focus. Follow through with the divorce because this would be rough on you and a nightmare for the children if the relationship continues. Good luck. It's a shame that you've had to go through all that, but now you're doing the right thing. I hope you keep updating this. Thank you. I miss the family unit but not her. I always enjoyed dinner time at the table, movie time, family vacations, etc. Those are the difficult feelings I need to overcome. That loss. Yes, it's totally normal, but now you have to move on. Porn versus infidelity, are they equivalent? Advice. Last night we had MC. During this session my STBXW put forth her reasons for doing what she did. She claims that 2 weeks of sexting, although I continue to maintain that there was physical sex as well, does not constitute cheating. The counselor was surprised by this opinion and pushed back against her. My STBXW brought up my use of porn. My wife has expressed in the past that she doesn't like it and calls me addicted. However, I have talked in the past to a counselor about these issues who refused to call me addicted, as my typical porn use sees me 2 to 3 times a week masturbating for 3 to 5 minutes, getting off, and then going about something else. To his mind, porn addiction is where someone compulsively uses porn for several hours a day and as a result has a hard time functioning in other areas of life. He said that my porn use was nothing out of the ordinary. However, in MC, this counselor suggests that porn can be seen as infidelity. So my wife is now using this to say we have both been unfaithful and we should just put it all behind us and move on. She is very impatient to see me just get over it. I have never hidden or lied to my wife about porn, and at various times in our relationship she has used it and even brought it into the bedroom. It has never before been seen as infidelity, until now of course, as she is now able to weaponize it. I just don't get what she is about here. I told her that I have information that she lied on the polygraph to her co-workers. I told her there is a mole in the office feeding me information. Last night she was pissed at that revelation, and this morning she told me that this mole emailed her and demanded to see my phone. I refused. Now though she is sending me all these sweet text messages saying I love you and twisting what she said to her co-worker about the test, and is all lovey-dovey. I just don't get it. I have also found out that she is once again texting AP, this time via a co-worker's phone. Is porn equivalent to sexting with another man over the course of a month, even if it was just sexting? Or am I just crazy? Is this just another manipulative tactic? Jesus Stu, just get out already. This isn't savable. But to answer the main question, porn is only cheating if it violates the agreed upon terms of the relationship, and or you are denying your partner sexual intimacy but using porn to take care of your own needs. So if she knew and never had a problem, it's not cheating. If she told you she didn't want you to do it, and you agreed, it's cheating. If you denied her sex, but then we're masturbating to porn, that's cheating. If she's been denying you sex, and you use porn, and she was aware of it and okay with it at that time, I don't consider that cheating. I'm going to stand alone in this, I think, but please bear with me, Op. In no way is your wife's infidelity your fault. However, if she expressed to you that she was unhappy with your porn consumption and you blew her off, or steamrolled her concerns with "it's not a big deal" or "my therapist says it's not addiction," that is not an acceptable or healthy response. And is definitely towing the line of infidelity, emo. Either way, it's manipulative as hell to bring this out as the reason she cheated. There is no justification for cheating, and it does not give her the right to demand that you get over it. Thank you. I felt like I was going crazy with these responses. I don't understand how he can on the one hand claim that he does not have a porn addiction, but on the other hand he kept doing it even when she expressed distaste for it, And in a comment he said that he tried to lessen his usage over the years with little success. If you can't stop, it's a problem. I am locked out of responding to your response to my comment. But, you contradict yourself. You say in your post that your STBXW expressed concern with your porn usage and didn't like it. Going to a therapist is not the same as dealing with it. That's placating your wife and attempting to manipulate her feelings, not actually addressing them. Frankly, it sounds as if you weaponized your therapist's diagnosis that you aren't addicted to porn against your STBXW rather than addressing her concerns. As in, my therapist says I'm not a porn addict, so you shouldn't have a problem with it. You may not be addicted to porn, but that doesn't mean that she can't see an issue with it and be taken seriously when she says so. Again, nothing justifies cheating. But there have been severely blurred lines throughout your marriage. I am only offering this point of view because you specifically asked if your porn and her sexting were equivalent, and actually, I think your transgression was worse. She expressed a specific concern and it honestly sounds as if your priority was to find a way around it rather than to address it. Man is always wrong. Got it? This response is exactly why I was hesitant to offer an honest opinion. Please don't use me as a way to reinforce your own toxic beliefs. I'm not blaming Up for his STBXW's cheating, and I said that multiple times in my responses. But Up asked a direct question on an open forum that includes both men and women, and I answered honestly, hoping he'd be open to answers outside of the echo chamber. I stand by everything I said. My efforts to deal with it were sincere. I was the one who took the initiative to seek help. She at first didn't even know that I was seeing someone about it. It was after attending 3 or 4 sessions on my own that we decided to invite her into the sessions. I did acknowledge it as a problem, even if my case never fit the textbook standard for porn addiction. Here is an article on porn. Partial success is what I wrote. Not a little success. From daily to 2 to 3 times a week, and not always with porn, either, I think would qualify as somewhat of a success. Thing is, I have addressed her concerns over porn by going into therapy twice even, to discuss these matters. I never blew her off. And she herself has said that it is normal. A discussion isn't addressing her concerns, if you're not doing any actual work. See my comment above. I have started a couple times that I was successful in reducing my use of porn. Not wholly successful, admittedly, but I have put the effort in. Going from a lifetime of daily use, I found my dad's Playboy and Penthouse magazines at about age 10, now 42, to a couple of times a week did, in fact, take some real effort. A boundary is a boundary. You justify your porn use by saying she even brought it into our bedroom. Just because she enjoyed doing it with you, is not a blanket approval for you to have continued with your excessive use of porn. You disrespected her wishes and dismissed her feelings about it. She may not have ever been able to put it into words, but if she had issues with porn before the therapist gave it a name, infidelity, then she is allowed to see it as that. It's not as if you only found out after the fact. Her cheating has nothing to do with your porn use, however cheaters find ways to justify everything they have done. You need to take accountability for your use of porn and how it probably made your wife feel. She needs to take accountability for her infidelity. Porn is cheating for some people, but that has to be defined early in the relationship. That's ridiculous. Consumption of porn is a one-way street, it's a visual stimulation, and you go pull one out. Sexting is akin to acting in the pornographic movie. You're creating the content, not consuming it. There is a huge difference there. Consumption is stimulation, creation is sharing your body or your mind with someone else. Just saying, nah, it's not equivalent. Plus it's someone she knows, so it's not even anonymous. She's stimulating a man she knows and works with. This is manipulation 101. Now she's using another phone so this guy can beat his meat to her, but you're a bad person for looking at porn? Hell no. Call the ducking lawyer, it's time to get medieval. This is what I argued in MC. I don't view it as the same, although I was perhaps not as articulate in my answer. I also made clear that she clearly has feelings for this guy. She has attempted to push their relationship to a more emotional level, though he has refused. She had previously stated that the dick pics he sent were unsolicited, but reading through her messages again, I found they were not unsolicited. I also found that she was sending nudes of herself to him, which she had not previously disclosed. I don't recall sending nudes of myself to any porn stars. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.